Welcome back, everybody. So here we are down at the old stump again, and I've got something new to show you. Well, it's new to me. It's obviously not new to the market, and I'm sure you already know what we're talking about here. It's actually fairly cold out here today, so I've got my gloves on, but we're going to be taking a look at the Topps Silent Hero. And this, of course, is going to be the version with the Rocky Mountain tread on it. So we'll see how that works. You know, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like it, and prefer the smooth handle version. And, I think I probably would prefer the smooth handle version as well. But I got this on the scratch and dent sale they had here. Well, it's kind of been a little while back now. It took a little while for them to mail it out, and then took even longer for the post office to get it here. So, but at any rate, it's here now. So let's cover the sheath real quick, and then we'll talk more about the blade. So it comes with a black leather, pouch style sheath. And one major complaint people have had, I'll show you here, is the strap, which this lanyard, I don't like how it's on there and how it's set up really, but it'll help with the chopping portion. So just to get an idea, but anyway, it covers like that, to retain it, which, I mean, it's in there nice and good. It holds pretty good, but this one is a little more worn since, of course, it was the scratch and dent. Well, that sun is really making this difficult. Sorry, guys. But so this is a little more floppy than it would come brand new. But you can see as you go to pull that out, I mean, it's just right there. See how it wants to kind of cut that. And of course, if you're having it vertical, then it's going to be even worse, like wanting to fall over. So anyway, that's a little bit of a flaw in the design, but other than that, the actual construction, is very good. It's a quality sheath. That's a downfall on it. So just something you have to be mindful of. And of course, you can always go with a Kydex option, which good possibility I will. So looking back at this thing here, it's going to be a 12-inch overall with a 6.5-inch blade from the handle scale, but only a 5.5-inch cutting edge. And of course, it's going to be the differentially heat-treated Topps 1095. So it did come sharp, as all Topps knives do. But let's see if I can get that in there. So again, since I got this off of that sale, the tip is not perfect like it normally would be. So, oh well. I don't think that's gonna affect our purposes here today. So just to kind of show a little bit of something that it is very similar to size-wise, just to get an idea, because usually in these videos these knives look so much bigger than what they actually are, I think. But you can see it's going to be pretty similar in size to the Benchmade Arvensis. Obviously the blade height here is going to be a little more, but overall it's pretty darn close. So just to kind of give you an idea on the size that we're dealing with here. And then the Topps bob, that's going to be kind of comparison on the size there. So it is going to be a bigger size knife, of course. So now let's go ahead and get to the rest of the portion, and let's actually kind of use this knife a little bit, see what we got here. Like I said, I'm not really wild about that lanyard setup, but it will work good for chopping, that's for sure. So let's see how this thing does here. Oh, bouncy. Alright, now we're a little bigger right here, probably at least an inch, I'd say. And this is on some oak. And of course, this is not necessarily a chopper of a knife, you know, but nonetheless, we just want to see what it can do. Yeah, this wood's actually pretty wet too. It rained, not yesterday, but the day before, and got everything pretty wet. So, well, that'll be good enough. That'll give us a piece to do a little more looking at here. And let's see how the edge is so far. So far, edge looks good. So that's a good thing, which, I mean, you know, I don't expect it to not be good. I mean, it is a tops after all, so definitely coming to like tops knives, that's for sure. And one nice thing about tops, I mean, they've got a knife for pretty much everybody. So if you can't find something through tops that you like, you're probably just not gonna find one, because I mean, they have got so many different varieties of knives. So all right, did pretty good there. And actually, these gloves are making it worse on me. And actually, let me take these off. Let's see how this tread feels, this old Rocky Mountain tread here. Let's see how it feels with a little bit of chopping. And just see, like I said, everybody says, you know, that Rocky Mountain tread really hurts, but you know, this model being, they used it for a demo model is what they did. So, you know, it's been handled probably quite a bit. So this micarta isn't really wore down per se, but it's not got the sharp, crisp edges like it would, you know, if it were brand new. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, that tread doesn't bother me any. I mean, I've got another couple of knives that have that, and yeah, this one's okay. Although I would say if it was brand new and had those nice sharp crisp edges on it, it probably would hurt a little bit more than this one. So all right, just holding it back here in a regular position. It feels all right. Let's go ahead and move on up to the choil there. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing, of course, is right across here where those like little scallops are. Definitely digs into the hand a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't want to do this for long. I mean, you can see how it's pushing with that thumb ramp and all, so you wouldn't want to do that for very long. Now for right there, I mean, it's fine to put your thumb on. And like I said, this is some, you know, fairly seasoned oak, so I mean, it is kind of hard. It's not like doing it with a piece of pine, you know. But I mean, as far as, you know, how it'll cut, I mean, it's just digging, going right in there. So I mean, that's great. You know, it's got a good edge on it, but yeah, that jimping is very tough there. You can probably see, let me make sure. Yeah, you can see that it's pretty pretty aggressive, really. So let's put the gloves back on and see how it works with that. And this lanyard, I'm going to take that silly thing off. I just threw it on there for the chopping part. I didn't want this thing to fly out of my hand. So, with the glove, seems to work just fine. Yeah, now with the glove on, of course, that right there is no problem. You know, it's not affecting anything. I mean, you can feel it there, but of course it's not like it is holding it without. A little bit of craft chopping here. If we were to make a tent stake, you know, something of that nature. Of course, has no problem doing that. Pretty good. Decent. Grab a bigger piece here and we'll try to cut a notch out of it here and kind of test the edge like that. I think this would this knife would probably work better in the kind of, you know, that kind of task more so than the outdoor tasks, personally. Now I'll get something here set up. There, that's a little better. So, it's always a pretty good test of the edge to kind of cross baton in. And then we'll pop that out. Because if it's going to damage the edge, this is what's going to do it right here. And I mean, of course, if it was a piece of pine, it would do it no problem, but yeah, I didn't go deep enough, really. Yeah, I should have went deeper in there. Oh well. It's still enough. I torqued it that first time pretty good. Let's see. No, nothing wrong with it. It's good to go. I don't know if I can really get it there. Yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah, so it's good to go there. So I think it would be all right. Now let's see if we can't baton through this bad boy. This is more oak, of course. So, I mean, if this thing's gonna fail, surely this would do it. This thing's probably at least 2.5 inch, 2 inch for sure, but probably more like 2.5. So let's see what happens. You know, Tops has a lifetime warranty, so you know, we may need it on this. Let's see. Well, there was that. Oh man, here's something to note. So when I was holding the choil like this, it cut my glove. Look at that. It's not all the way through, but no, it is all the way through. Yeah, cut it all the way through. Well, ruined them gloves. Brand new. Brand new. Just got them all treated and everything. First time using them since they were treated. Isn't that awesome? Oh well, that's my fault. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Didn't get me though. But tip is all good. Edge is all good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's got a lot of wood on it. Let's see. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Of course, it, split that piece of wood, no problem. So, that was the top silent hero. So what do I think about it overall? I mean, it's a great knife. I just don't know that it's suited necessarily for the outdoors. Now, I mean, would it be an okay survival knife? Sure it would. I mean, it can do the things, it just may not do them as well as some other knives would. And, of course, being it is a tops and does have the differential heat treat, which of course, you can see that's what that darker gray line is there. That's their heat treat line. The spine, is not sharpened. I mean, you could sharpen it, but it just won't stay sharp long because it's not hardened. That's part of the tops differential heat treatment. So, you can't really strike a ferro rod with this at all, or scrape bark or anything like that, really. I mean, you might be able to do bark somewhat. Now, something I could do, see if we can get it in there, is you see how the heat treat line comes up to like right in here. So I could sharpen this portion down here to a 90, and it would hold there to where I could strike stuff if I wanted to or whatever. So never know, I might do that and I might not, I don't know. But so yeah, tell me what you guys think, about this knife, or if you have any experience with it or whatever. Not happy about it cutting my glove, I'll tell you that much right now. I am not thrilled about that. But overall though, I mean, it's a good knife. I definitely like it. I don't think that I'll be using it, like I said, really outdoors too much, just because I've got obviously a lot more knives that do a lot better job. So, but something good to definitely have in the arsenal, if you will, I think. Especially, I mean, I think that would be an excellent knife, for say a bug out bag or get home bag, something of that nature, because, you could use it for your own defense, or, doing some light outdoorsy kind of tasks pretty easily, and the handle is a little bit thin, like here wise, as far as width is concerned, but it does have really good balance and does feel good in the hand. So would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd absolutely recommend it. It's just what you were going to use it for would depend on how strong my recommendation was. So anyhow, that was the first looks at the top silent hero, and realistically first out of box experience on it here, and definitely the first usage. So hopefully you guys enjoyed checking that out, and if you're not subscribed, do that and see what's coming up next. I'm still working on that other video I think y'all will enjoy. We'll see. It should be coming out here pretty soon. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys, and you've been watching Alpha Omega Survival Supply. You guys have a good one.